Yeah, Mario Galaxy is a great game and all that. Oh, and it has a sequel as well. Truly wonderful. 2 games where you can run around, jump over things, and die to bosses. Yes, I mean die to bosses. Because although Super Mario Galaxy 2 is pretty easy, perfect run included, it does have some challenge in the form of boss battles. Please note that I'm basing this off the difficulty of the boss itself, and the time taken to defeat, and so on. It's not based on whether it had a daredevil comment, or like the time limit, or whatever. This is my first list, so it's gonna be pretty sloppy. So inspired by EqualsPeach and Nathaniel Bandy, here goes nothing. Oh my god, can you hear that? There seems to be some kind of bonding, you know? Oh my god, open your mouth, open it, open your goddamn mouth, open your mouth, take it, take the balls, open your, oh! Yes, for number 5, we're heading down to the sandy sinkhole to meet Squizzard. You probably forgot he existed. I certainly did before checking Mario Wiki. Strange considering you fight the guy twice. Well, that's what desert levels are known for, I guess. Anyway, Squizzard is a strange guy. He lurks in a sinkhole floating in the middle of space and throws rocks at you. The quicksand flow constantly pulls you towards him, which makes it really difficult to move about. Additionally, Squizzard keeps fire flowers around the place. I guess the piranha plant from dry desert lent them out to him. You can chase one down, stand on a tiny slab of stone, and try destroying him with fire. However, you can only do this when his mouth is open, and there's a time limit on the flower. Do you know when he's going to open his mouth? No. Are you safe on the stone platforms? No. Can you avoid dancing to the fire flower music? No. Anywho, your next task is to pummel Squizzard with your hot, fiery balls. Do it 5 times and he just throws more stuff at you. Hooray. Hit him another 5 times and he brings out 2 guns and starts throwing massive bombs at you. Where does he keep those bombs anyway? They're like half the size of the planet he's on. Why does Squizzard over here leave his mouth open like that? Mate, haven't you learned from the other 10 fireballs you've consumed? Clearly not, because after 15 he's gone for good. Well, until you meet the Daredevil mission. Ever since piranha plants were introduced in Super Mario Bros., Nintendo has really enjoyed using variations of them for everything. Super Mario Galaxy 2 opens with a rip-off Dino Piranha, where the main objective is to slap his buttocks twice shortly after his birth. Personally, I prefer the Super Mario Galaxy 1 approach, and so does Nintendo, which is why they force you to fight Mr. Dino thrice in the first game, and 6 times in the second. Half of those times you're fighting his younger brother, Fiery Dino Piranha. Pretty shitty name, honestly. It's like your sister being called Louder Jessica or something. Anyway, I honestly think that FDP is pretty easy in Super Mario Galaxy 2. That is, if you beat him really fast. But if you don't, then oh boy, have fun running around in circles, avoiding fire, 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 and fire. All whilst listening to this fire music that makes me want to jump in a fire. Whoever thought making me listen to this 6 times of 100% Super Mario Galaxy 2 was a good idea really should be fired. As much as I love running around only to be burnt, I'd rather fire a book out of cannon as a competitive sport than to play this again. Now, there is an easy way to beat this boss. You just run at him rather than away from him. Sadly, it's easy to miss, and you may have to run after him again only to be burnt when you get close, so I'd keep away if I were you. I don't think anyone could have predicted me putting this boss on the list with a certain other one not being here. Yeah, I'm actually gonna put ʀᴜᴜ on this list. I know what you're thinking. Mayro, you suck at Galaxy. This is like the first boss. Kill yourself. Oi, I say. This is a hard boss, I swear. Harder than Boss Bliss speedrun anyway. Not that that's a challenge. Why? Well, this is a motion controls boss. I'm pretty good with motion controls, but not so much the point of things whilst concentrating on running and jumping such things. Yeah, it's a multitasking boss, and you don't get a lot of space to do it. You get a small planet that becomes quickly infested with spinies and no thanks. Also, its third phase is annoying as hell. Like, you should get out, fleas, and lobbing stuff at him from this distance is impossible. Not only is it hard enough to aim the goddamn spinies, but this dude just shifts to the sides whenever you get close. Come on! Honestly, I think it's just easier to infinite flutter than to beat it normally. Yeah, back to the stuff we all expected. Welcome to filler content The Boss. The dude insta-kills you, but for some reason he needs a daredevil comment. What? And yeah, when I said he insta-kills you, have fun with that one. So remember how I said ʀᴜᴜ was motion control dependent? Yeah, that trend continues into Wilfried Bowser Jr. fight, except this time you have a time limit from when you first eat something. You have to eat the bullet bills and throw them at Mega Hammer's breast. Seriously, what are those things? Anyway, this task isn't too bad, but it does take a while. Certainly takes more than 3 hits to do, and its little dance blocking the target isn't much of a help. Anywho, Mega have you got anything better to do than put you in this tiny space and starts pounding the floor like some 7-year-old at a toy shop. You have to jump, flutter, aim, and time your throws all at the same time. Even if you hit Sir Hammerlot, you often still hit the laser than done. Truly a masterpiece. Bowser is clearly an idiot. In Galaxy 1, he gives a grand star to one of the easiest bosses in the game as one of the final challenges in the game. In Galaxy 2, he gives a grand star to Gg๊ and leaves his harder, stronger brother in charge of a normal power star. You absolute idiots! You could have finished your master plan before half of your audience beat World 1. Yeah, I chose this dude for my top pick. Even though I can normally beat him in one go, there are 2 factors that made me choose him. The first one being that I never beat him when I was younger. I tried so long, but just couldn't do it. You see, Gg๊ is a 6-hit boss, and all 6 hits are achieved by walking up to his body and supplying a spin. Problem is, the Gg๊ of fire burns you to a crisp if you make contact with him. So you have to run around this tiny planet, rush toward him and go really close without rushing toward him or going really close. Additionally, the 4th, 5th, and 6th segments are even harder to hit, as Gg๊ releases its face from the ground and starts attacking you again. There's absolutely no room to move, and it's quite awfully difficult for a star that's all about moving about. Thankfully I have a better tactic. Get segments 4, 5, and 6 first. Then you'll face his angry face with the starting 3 segments that can be collected with a one-face plunge. Now, I mentioned a second factor that contributes to Dragon Driftway 200cc's position. Even if you're good at the fight, there's always a sense of worry and stress. This goes for the original fight in World 1 as well. You never feel safe with this guy floating about over your head. It always feels like there's a close call. Oh, and if you don't agree that Fiery Gg๊ is challenging, try me the Mario Man's hack Super Mario Galaxy. Sir Super Mario Galaxy 64 thought it would be a good idea to replace the stupid planet with a low-poly T-pose toad. Have fun.